Okay, so welcome back to my new video. This video is going to be very short and quick. As you can see my screen, I'm on this website, Datree.io. Okay, so this website is basically it helps you to validate your YAML files, your schema validations, and policy check summary. Okay, whenever you define your YAML files, you want to validate it and make sure that everything looks good before you deploy it into your Kubernetes clusters. Okay, so I think it's a fairly new company from Israel, and I think they have about 5.7K stars on GitHub, and I think they keep growing. Yeah, so this is their official GitHub page. You can, these are the developers or the contributors. There are about 47 of them. I think the entire application was written in Golang to 95%. So the whole idea is to prevent Kubernetes misconfigurations. Okay, so it's a CLI tool that supports Kubernetes admins in their roles by preventing developers from making errors in Kubernetes configurations that can cause clusters to fail in production. Our CLI tool is open source, enabling it to be supported by the Kubernetes community. It is far more effective than manual processes, such as sending an email to slew of developers, begging them to set various limits, which likely falls on deaf ears because developers are already overwhelmed. Okay, so this is how you install it when you are on Mac or Linux. You just copy this command and then run it. So I'm going to copy this. I have already installed it, but I'm going to do it again. So I'm just going to paste that in my terminal and then run that. Okay, so it's already installed, so it's finished installation. And let's go back to the web page. Once you do that, so Windows users, you just need to use copy this command and run it. And you have installation for Homebrew, Docker can also be found here. You click on this link, and that should be it. And it also has a UI. You can also install the Helm plugins and then the customized support. You can do all this. So you can look at the whole entire architecture. These are the users, the continuous integration server, Kubernetes cluster is here, the CLI interface, everything is here. This is the architecture. Looks very straightforward. I'm not going to go into that. Yeah, so basically, that is Datree. So I'm going to go back to their main page and click on quick start. So it brings me to hub.datree.io, and you can see how to install the CLI. It has support for Linux, Mac OS, Windows, Homebrew, and Docker. Okay, so I'm going to copy the Docker version as well and install that. Okay, I've already installed the Docker version, but I'm just going to copy the command again and run it. So you say Docker Docker pull Datree. Okay. So once I run that, it's going to pull the image, but I already have it installed, so it's going to be quick and fast. So as you can see now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch back to the web page. So as you can see, you can test a Kubernetes demo with a manifest file. So this is the manifest file. So I'm going to copy the link, and then go back to my terminal so I can so I'm in my terminal, and okay, so I'm in the terminal, so I'm going to say wget and then paste the link. I'm going to say enter. So it's going to download the YAML file for me. So as you can see, this is the YAML file. And then we can cut this YAML file. You see, so this is the YAML file. It's a deployment. The kind is for deployment. And then it has all this metadata, the labels. You see, the owner is -- not completed. Environment is prod app, 2 replicas, and the image is for Nginx, and running on this container with some resource limits defined. It also has another image name called RS reader with this image, and then the liveness and readiness probe, some resources, and then another container. Okay, so very simple YAML file. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say cat, I'm going to say Datree, and then okay, let me do this first. So if I say Datree --help, you see, these are the available commands, okay? Completion, config, help, customize, publish, test, and version. So we are going to use the test. So execute static analysis for giving a pattern, which is going to be your YAML file. Okay, so I'm going to say Datree test, and then I pass in the YAML file. Okay, you could also, if you have multiple YAML file, you could do this star.yaml. And then once I run this, so as you can see, it's able to do the policy checks. You see, we have about 4 errors. Ensure container image has a pin tag version. Ensure each container has a configured liveness probe. Ensure each container has a configured memory limit. And then also ensure workload has valid label values. Okay, so you can just go into this YAML file, the YAML file, and make sure that you fix all these issues. Okay, so if you come down here, you can see that total rule failed is 4. Okay. So yeah, so basically that is it. And then total rules that pass is 17. and then total rules evaluated is 21. Okay. Yeah, so basically that is it. So if we want to do for the Docker, also we just say cat k the YAML file, and then we pass in this command. So we pipe it to Docker run Datree test, and then a minus or a hyphen. So once I run this, yeah, you see, it gives you the same results, but then we are running this on Docker. Okay, so there's also a link here. So I'm going to copy this link and see what we get. Let me go to our browser. Okay, so now we are inside our browser. So I'm going to paste the link we copied, and then I hit enter. Loading user profile, please wait. I think it's taking a little bit of time, so let's wait for it to finish loading. Yeah, so I think their web interface is taking some time. So assuming it loaded, we should see a dashboard like this. So that is the web application interface. Once it loads, you'll be able to see something like this. Yeah, so I think it's still loading profile, so it's taking some time. So we can ignore that. That is not the main purpose of this tutorial. So you can check it out at your own convenient time. Let me see what else we can do. Yeah, so basically that is it. That's a quick start. And yeah, so you just need to follow this link as they describe here. Follow the link in the test summary, and then it should pop up this page for you to log in. Okay, once you log in, you will have access to their web interface. So you can fix all the rules that were negative. You can fix them in their web interface, and then you redeploy the YAML file to your Kubernetes clusters. Okay, so you can also integrate into your CI/CD pipelines. Yeah, so basically that is it. You can check it out. The integrations, the CI/CD examples are here. How to set it up. Everything, all the documentation is here. They have a good documentation, so you can check them out and read more about them. I think they have support for all these Jenkins, GitLab, GitHub, Hem, and the rest. Okay, so I think it's a good tool that you can play with. So yeah, so check them out. If you have any issues, you can leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll try to read and respond as early as possible. Okay, so basically that is it. Don't forget to like and share the video. So yeah, basically that is it. A very simple tutorial. So see you in the next one.